we're going to be asking each other a couple questions. So I'm going to ask, first of all, I'll start with Sam since he knows the what, where, and when. So, Sam, what is going to be at this event? That's my first question for you.
Well, it's put on by Freedom Tour, and Freedom Tour. There's this great group of people that have been working really hard, and putting this together. And I think when you go this weekend, you're going to see there's just a vast amenity of things from food to vendors, to trucks, the stage. We're going to have an amazing lineup of speakers, of
Perfect.
musicians. Getting some rap, some rock, some pop, a whole bunch of different genres. And it's also been really hard, guys. We've been we've shut down society for a couple years, so there seems to be a real difficulty to find bands that are kind of up, ready, tuned, and ready to go.
Yeah.
But we've got a few amazing solos, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah, it's going to be in Welland, and it's probably we were in New Liskeard a couple weeks ago, and now we're going to be in Welland, and we got a couple more tickets. I think in Lindsay and someplace else, and the big massive one, Freedom Stock in New Liskeard. So they're just getting better as we go along. And
I heard there's going to be some bouncy castles too.
Dangerous,
Oh.
kid friendly, but dangerous. But Dan, my co-host Prada Dan's been doing an awesome job as well with so much of the logistics and other people behind the scenes, and I just look forward to it.
Perfect. Perfect.
And you can always follow on thefreedomstour.ca or on Facebook. Just type in at Freedom Space Tour, and you'll find our pages on there. You can also find updates on peace-man.ca.
Yep. Perfect.
Anybody else on Great Canadian Cruise?
Hold Fast Edition.
Hold Fast Edition.
Yep.
They've got their stuff on
T-Dog.
there.
Yeah.
Mr. Freedom.
Mr. Freedom, Big Dog 780. There's two A's in dog. It's BIGDAAWG 780. And how can people find you, Sam?
Find us, our website's thefreedomtour.ca.
And you don't have anything specifically for you, or like?
We got Sam in the Little Shed.
Where do we find that?
That's on YouTube.
YouTube, okay.
And Facebook.
And Facebook.
And
at
Facebook.
Freedom Tour.
It's starting to take off pretty good there. We had a great night the other night. We had Shacky in here.
What a great interview that was.
Shacky, Terrence, and my co-host Prada Dan wasn't able to be here, but he's going to be with us
Yes,
soon.
yes.
But these podcasts are great because it's just a real organic atmosphere where we're taking on the big questions that we're dealing with, that are showing themselves up, right away, or that have been lingering, and talking about them. I think we need a lot more education for
and
people.
if you're unsure and you've never,
everyone's, I think, craving that.
If you've never gone to an event like this, or just are unsure, come out and talk to any one of us. That's what we're hoping, that new people will show up and just listen to some of the information, some of the speeches, some of the eyewitness accounts, people that were in Ottawa like myself. There's a lot of things to discuss. We're not going to discuss here, but come out to Welland and we would gladly discuss them with you.
Perfect. So, now that we've said what we're going to be doing and how exciting it's going to be, Peaceman, would you like to be the one to tell us where we will be doing it? And
geez, I don't have the address right on me. It's 1100
Niagara Road.
We're using my camera.
It's the Niagara Regional Expedition.
Exposition.
Expedition, whichever it is. Yeah. Let me see. I have it on my picture right here.
Yeah.
We'll pull it up.
We just posted the pictures on all of those sites.
So Lake Ontario, it's the far end of the horseshoe in the Niagara area.
My mods will probably be posting the address actually by now.
Look for look for what do you call that again?
Facebook. The picture is on my Facebook.
Convoys leaving. Convoys leaving your towns. Are we listing them on the website?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's different convoys coming in. We know we got some coming from Renfrew, some coming from North Bay, some coming from Quebec.
Yeah. I think Ottawa too. Eh?
Yeah, one from Ottawa.
Yeah.
So, and in each one of them, if there's 10, 20, 30, 40 vehicles, that's a lot of people coming
Well, it's
from
gonna
all
add
over
up.
the place.
It's gonna add up.
It's going to add up.
Definitely
It's
add up.
going to be a good event. We don't have the fears that we have in Ottawa. You know, I'm not allowed in Ottawa, so
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
I have to fear the place now, and it's my hometown.
Yeah.
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 Coda's gonna be there.
Yeah,
With
I
all
will.
his, his
Coda B
viewers and-
1, 2, 3. I will be live. I will be covering all the events. I will be making sure I get interviews with people. It doesn't matter what it is. I will be covering it. I will also be partaking in some freedom fighting while I'm there.
And we will be showing his videos on the freedomtour.ca and on the @freedomtour on Facebook.
Perfect.
And we're gonna have the shed right by the stage too. So we're gonna-
Unfortunately, we don't have any merch. I got this question a couple times today,
it's coming. It's coming.
but it's coming, and we'll see if we can have it ready by this week.
We've all got merch coming. That's all in the works. So stay tuned for that.
We're also going to be having interviews in the shed. So
Lots of
speakers and
interviews in the
musicians
shed.
that are coming off the stage. We're going to
Yeah.
have them here, kind of bit of a 101 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
In here and be able to.
So we'll be doing interviews
Some
starring
education out
You got
Mr.
shed
Freedom.
head?
Mr. Freedom. Yeah,
He
Mr.
just got his
Freedom.
first shed head.
Yeah, this this merch yours.
Yeah,
that
mark
So
right
we'll have
there.
Mr. Freedom here. We'll have Saba here.
The list is
We'll be
huge.
on the phone with this lady named Irene, who's running a convoy from Barrie out here to Welland. There's just a bunch of people we'll be having over the next couple days and leading up to and on the day of the event.
Peter Burgers.
Holdfast will also be
Roy Nicole.
Yeah.
sharing.
Shout
all
out
of
to
this
Peter
stuff.
Burgers. Hold
Well,
fast.
Go to
Well,
Peter Burgers, man. The food is incredible there.
Yeah.
Go to. I mean,
Yeah.
how many burgers we have in the couple days we were there?
Dude.
And what those people have been put through.
Roy told me he had to order more chicken because he didn't have. He ran out. So
Good. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I just got shed head again.
Poor little guy.
So this will all be happening when?
This weekend,
Friday
13th, 13th.
and Saturday 14th.
I think the music's going to start, DJ stuff around 5:30. But what's going to be awesome if you haven't been to these things before, right? You got all these different convoys that are coming in.
Yeah.
And the first ones that get there, you kind of go out to the road, and then all of a sudden the other convoys coming in, and then they run in, and then they get out, and then it just builds a whole crowd around like this big, huge, welcoming committee of freedomers, and then they come in more, and they get out of their cars. Just, I mean, if you haven't been to these events, you know what? These events are not just for people that are pro-freedom.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're for everybody, man, and they're
bring
free.
people out that have questions, that are on the fence, they're not understanding all these things. Like we've been like the frog thrown in the pot while it's cold, turn it up, and we're starting to cook now, right? Like, I mean, bring these people out. If you know somebody that's questioning it, that's even absolutely antithetically opposed to this, that's fine. Bring them out. We're about conversations. If you like logic and you like reasoning, you know what? It's best to maybe come in and engage in these conversations to be able to understand what really is going on. So bring people out. Bring the ones that like us, the ones that don't like us. If they
Civil
can,
conversation.
come on
we're
out and we'll have
interested in.
conversations, right? Because a lot of these speakers that are speaking, musicians and people that are there, it won't take much to find someone. If you got questions to talk, you can come up to the shed anywhere, and we can point you different directions. If you got questions, social stuff, medical stuff, political stuff, science stuff, all this stuff, with all these different realms that encompass this, those questions get answered. So.
And you
bring
guys got to
people out.
remember too, is like we're all, not just me and Sam and Peaceman here, but everybody coming to these events and supporting us. They're sacrificing their families, their businesses, their lives to come and do this with us and partake in all this. So please show your love, share all this out there, get the details out there, get people noticing this, get people noticing these events, coming to these events, joining these events, even if they want to stand a couple feet away, you know, and see what we're about before they join us. You know, they're gonna see us, and worst case, they're gonna walk away. There's nothing bad that they're going to be able to say.
We don't hold
Come in
hostages.
person and see with your own eyes what we're about and who we are.
Hey, and listen,
you're going to get a hug over anything.
There's real people behind the beards.
Exactly.
There's
exactly.
real people behind here. And remember,
Yeah.
we have other events coming up in the future too. Big ones. Big ones.
Oh,
So
the Lister's going to be like,
know,
I
In
mean,
the next
Liz-
couple of
epic
weeks, it's going to be an
proportions.
event after
It's
event.
going to be freedom stock. Okay, like seriously. So stay tuned for all of those details coming out very soon. It's a lot of planning. This man spends half his life on the phone. So
Literally. He's going to get arthritis because he stands like this all day with his ear in the
well,
phone.
what's
Yeah.
it? Yeah, one of our. I do this. It's called the Italian. What does she call it? The Italian Bluetooth.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've scared people. Like all of a sudden, you know, like they think I'm just talking to myself and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
and I'm, you know, doing the Italian thing and this, and you know,
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
like this, and really the phone's on, and I just tuck it under here like this, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm just being.
So
But it's a
we
lot of
all look at
planning.
you like you're crazy. No.
Okay, well, sometimes
I'm just kidding.
That's
A
my
lot of
perception.
really cool things coming up. Just stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess
And on all of these pages.
Aaron Howard too, all
You know
over
what?
again. I mean, we're gonna
Yeah.
be that's coming up again.
The
like,
good
you know,
thing is a lot
to go
of
down there.
a lot of cross collaboration between all of these
June
these
8th.
different groups is amazing. Just it's starting to form. The groups are starting to work together, you know, as best they can. Everybody has their own things, and it's going to take a lot of work to expose this government even more. So just hold tight, hold fast,
Yeah.
and
Hold the line.
hold the line.
You know, everyone's sad that Ottawa's gone and want Ottawa back, but you know, kind of these events. I mean, we've got a lot of the stuff that was there. I mean, Ben's going to be there with the stage truck. You know, you mentioned Shaba. You know, our Romanian freedom fighting brother with his big red Volvo. Jay's going to be there with the original shed, right? That we both slept in.
Yeah.
Just so many people, you know, like Josh, yourself. The list goes on. And it's gonna, you know what? We got a fantastic MC, Shaki. You know, he's a rapper, he's an artist, and he's just he's great.
Yeah,
on the mic.
shout out to Shaki Music on Instagram.
Yeah, and you know,
And world peace.
You can drop his
world
link.
peace,
World peace.
shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
And World Peace if you want to drop his link as well.
And you know, we got a taste of it. You know, Peter Burgers, they're amazing people. Roy Nicole.
Yeah.
This guy was a professional musician for 10 years. I mean, we got a bit of a, and you know what? He hadn't played for a while. Like he said, he was rusty. I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. But obviously, these guys are fine-tuned professionals.
Yeah.
And we got a taste of it. All of us.
Roy is wonderful.
Saturday. I mean, you
on
guys
the
got to
guitar.
hear this guy. He owns the stage. It's almost like it's a full band. He's all by himself, and this guy is just so gifted. And you know what? One of my favorites too. You got to come out and hear Jessica Martin.
Oh yeah, she has
is-
such a love.
oh,
She's
wow.
I don't know if you guys were on my Shenanigans After Hours channel or not, but I was doing a special live there and I recorded that. And if you watch that from the other night, you will be able to hear her lovely voice. She is an absolute angel.
Oh yeah.
That, like,
When I first heard,
Shout
when I
out to
first
her.
were you there? I first heard her play in Liskeard,
In
and then
Liskeard,
you know,
yeah,
at night when
yeah,
everyone got
yeah,
together, she
yeah,
just
yeah,
got the
yeah.
guitar out and started jamming.
Yeah.
The most beautiful voice, and she's not only musically gifted but also artistically.
Oh, yeah.
The work that she does, she did some of the pictures for the vets, right? That bike there and some of these things.
Another
she
one,
owns the
shout
stage as
out
well.
to
You got to
this.
come out and hear Jessica Martin play too. I can't wait to hear her play.
Yeah.
It's just
A shout out to Scarlett Grace too. I think she's going to be in New Liskeard. She's a wonderful
Welland.
freedom in Welland. I
yeah,
mean.
maybe Liskeard too.
She's a wonderful
Down the road,
freedom
Down the
fighter,
road.
and she sings beautifully, like really. And
I actually heard, I think she's one of the people I heard in
She played,
Moosehead or
in
something like
Ottawa.
that, or no?
a crowd of
Somewhere,
10,000.
but-
Hey, come on! You want? We're live here.
Hey,
we got
you wanna-
we got the famous
Want to take my
T-Dog
place
here.
for a second here?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah,
good?
so shout out to
You need to watch that video that I just posted, though.
Big Dog 780.
Right here, right here. He's gonna be there and well in as well.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yep.
You hear that voice? Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Love
he's
him.
gonna be
Love
there.
him. I'm just so glad that I've met Terrence and
So if you've seen
the
my
work that
live
he's doing.
earlier, I did a little trip of the falls.
Oh, the falls.
I just dressed in plain clothes because I knew people would talk to me, and I just looked at people, and we all would just saying, "Hey, it's what a beautiful day," and it's it's even more beautiful now that I get to see all your beautiful smiles out here.
smiles. Can't see that
You know?
with covered up masks.
And how do you not smile when if someone were to walk up to you and say that to you right now? How do you not smile, even if you're not smiling? Me and Sam, we got a couple of them. We literally looked at them, and they're like, "I'm not smiling," but we're like, "You are now."
Got a couple unmasked.
Right.
Yeah, get that fear shot.
Yeah. So if you want to check that out, that was on this channel today. Sorry, I started around 12 noon, give or take. Now I got a question for both of you, but I'll ask you one at a time. Sam, this is a question I want to ask everybody on every interview. If you could go back, if you could do Ottawa all over again, would you, and what would you do differently?
Wow, what would I do differently? Nothing. I just see the hand of God behind Ottawa. It was very organic. It was purpose and design. We didn't know why we were there. When you really ask, and now I think when you look back and reflect on it, I think it was a real mission of exposing, all the corruption, all the deception. What would I do different? Probably a clothing issue.
Right, like would you have come more prepared? Would you have already had the shed built before you got there? Like,
well, that's the way it all happened, like meeting Jay and dreaming up the idea, the vision of the shed, and having it all built, and all the different amazing things that happened, with my kids, my daughter designing live from the shed logo, and Keely and everyone involved, and just seeing the whole vision, everyone coming together, building the deck on top of the shed, all these things.
yeah,
It was just an amazing experience. I wouldn't change anything, but I think it was, what, it was cold. It doesn't, and you was the worst for you. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can't, there's no clothing out there that you can dress in where you're standing still. Right?
No,
it's just going to penetrate you.
It was hard.
So,
I gotta say.
but
Now,
I enjoyed every second of it. I survived. I walked a lot at first, and what is that the question? What would I change?
would you change, or if you could do it all over again, would you?
100%. 100%. I wish I would have liked for the law, the prime minister, and all these draconian rules and or tyranny and stuff like that came in. It would have been nice if we could have stretched this thing out to the summer until we they would have said, what, that's okay, yeah, we'll give you back your constitutional rights and the Bill of Rights and your freedoms.
Yeah.
But you know what, I believe in God's providence, and everything had to happen that it was supposed to happen, and Ottawa's done, right? You know what, we're bringing Ottawa to Welland, everywhere. That what happened there is just, it's spreading, it's overflowing.
They won't be able to
blossoming.
hide it much longer.
No.
Well, these are my off-topic questions I've been wanting to ask everybody, because that's, I've been looking for ways to properly ask and word it, and I had a couple of my moderators actually help me out with the way to ask it. So now, Peace Man, I would like it if you would answer that question. Would you change anything, and would you do it all over again? If you could.
I definitely would do it all over again. I don't think I would have changed anything that I did at all.
Awesome.
I went with the simplest message that I could think of that would be effective in exposing this government. And that's the whole thing. Like Sam said, it was all to expose this government, to show that not only are they doing that wrong, but they're doing a lot of other things wrong. There's other paths we could have taken. We can change our path.
Failed leadership.
And we can't change what's in the past because it's already gone. So we can sure as heck try to fix the path that we're on. We can't change the bad decisions that this failed leader has made, but we can definitely change the path that we're on right now uh, as a community, because the way things are being done right now by proxy is not community. That's not the way community is supposed to be. It's not the Canada I grew up in. And I just can't go home and forget this and hope the kids are going to be okay in the future, because I just know they're not going to be if we continue on this path of segregation. And that's what it is. So you're segregating me from society because I don't want to.
Yeah.
If it was a deadlier virus, let's say it even hit not even 1%, if it hit 1% death rate, we might be talking about a different situation. But we're not talking about that situation, are we? We're starting to find out the truth. The truth is that I've hugged more than 10,000 people in the last 2 months, you know, after Ottawa. During Ottawa, who knows how many I hugged while I was there. And I'm not dead. I'm not sick. I've never gotten sick. This is not a deadly virus. It is a virus just like any other thing that we've had before to deal with. And we can deal with it with the medications that need to be done. But to segregate society because somebody doesn't follow what you think is not Canada.
Sec. You know, I'm in an interview right now, brother, but hang on, this guy's really cool that we got here. You know what? I'm with you, but even if the death rate was at like 10% or 50%, it still does not give them any right to take away our bodily autonomy.
Agreed.
And I think that's what the real core of this is: 1%, 5%, 10%.
Yeah, but we're at 99.97% recovery rate. That's not even a bad illness.
Yeah. We're live streaming right now, but right now I got the Freedom Broker on.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
we got Chris. Chris
Broker,
Primo,
okay.
yeah, from Sturgeon Falls, and you know, it's guys like this
Oh,
too.
he's coming with a convoy.
Oh,
from,
that's you. That's
I'm gonna
Chris.
put you on speaker. We're doing a live right now, but you're on speaker, Chris. You want to say hi to
What's
Cody?
going on, Chris? How are you, bud? It's Coda.
Hey Coda, how's it going, buddy?
Not bad. How are you?
I'll be making a live tomorrow with you guys.
Perfect.
Sam,
Yeah.
I need you to call me.
He didn't get it, but that's okay.
Okay, this is Freedom Broker. Awesome guy behind the lines doing all this great work. Thanks for the call. I'll call you right back. Okay, love you, brother.
I love Chris.
Oh, he's great. He's great.
Got to spend time with him at the other camp.
Yeah.
You know where.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's
just a
awesome.
servant, eh?
That's
Just the
awesome.
behind the scenes guy. Just everything you need. You know.
Yeah, he came to Liskard, right? New Liskard. Yeah.
And he bought me this.
That was wonderful.
This was for my hood and my truck, but being I have a Cummings and the hood comes down, there's too much hood that goes down. It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So I use this beautiful that Chris gave me
As a blanket?
as a over top. When we get fancy in here, I put this over top, and I found a place for it. But there's got to, you know what? This weekend, lots of Canadian paraphernalia. I don't have to paraphernalia. I don't got to tell you people, but you know what? Just to remind you, get those cars decorated. It's so fun to see these cars coming in decorated with all the Canadian flags.
It's beautiful.
And all this stuff. So come in with that Canadian spirit.
Yeah.
Lots of strong red and white.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
and
beautiful.
And you know what? You know what my favorite flags are too.
Don't forget the blue as well, because we support USA as well.
Oh yeah, of course, our American brothers. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. What was I going to say? My favorite flags are the dirty, ripped, and torn ones. Right.
Country's
I got a
little
couple of
torn
those in
right
my
now.
car.
It's
You
a-
guys
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You know what? We're in a mess. We're in a dirty filth mess, and it takes these beautiful, clean flags to start to clean up this mess and wave around and get beat up and get frayed. But I love seeing those Canadian flags that are they've been at the front lines. They're beaten, they're torn, but they're still the Canadian identity. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up.
But yeah, is there anything you guys want to ask me before we wrap it up?
Whoa, a lot of.
Well, Coda, how do you like the direction that you're taking your channel?
What do you mean by that question? As in, like, Do I like that I'm kind of trying to rebrand and go more professional?
Is that what you do?
That's what I'm trying to do.
There you go.
And,
There you go. And we've noticed. So
I'm taking that very seriously. I am promoting, like I said, I'm no problem with like having a little bit of fun and stuff, but when it comes to this channel, I want to promote the professionalism. I'm not going to, you won't be seeing, as you see, you won't be seeing me with a cigarette even in my hand, nothing, no anything. If you start to bring alcohol or anything onto my camera, I'm going to take my camera off of you, because I don't want to be unprofessional about this. If I want to be unprofessional, I'll go on my backup channel and I'll be unprofessional. That's what that's there for. So thank you all so much for being a part of this change, and I hope that you all accept this change and enjoy this change, because even I still have lots to learn about what I am doing. But I am just putting one foot in front of the other and going one day, one step at a time.
right on.
Awesome.
Okay, well, I guess we're all going to see each other in Welland.
That was a
Yeah, we
blast
are,
today,
yeah.
and enjoy having you. You know, you're doing great work with your camera, and people are seeing what's going on. And we get out there in the streets more, and you know, people can be encouraged too to get out there and
Actually,
just,
tomorrow
just
we're going to go
free-
back to Niagara Falls
just freedom,
and have a
freedom.
day of doing freedom
Perfect.
in Niagara Falls.
I guess
You
I'll let
should
you guys
go and
know.
Stand there, just
Yeah.
It's
You
not
gonna go stand there?
100%, but there's
Oh, I
a
don't
small
know about
chance
that.
that
That'd be awesome. Bring your flag.
there's
and
a
your
small
pole and
chance my
just
best
stand there.
friend that I grew up with may possibly be coming out to meet me and spending the day with me tomorrow. So that being said, I don't know how he is totally with this freedom stuff yet. So I'm either gonna get him right into it or I'm gonna embarrass him. We'll just have to stay tuned. That's if he shows up.
Okay,
Love you all.
So yeah,
yeah. Peace and love.
peace, love, and freedom
Like
be
what
with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And remember, everything needs maintenance, including freedom.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no guide for this. We don't have a manual. We're not reading off a script. Like, this is all just intuition. You know, it's just your heart. You're following your heart.
Working with other
and,
Canadians.
You know, exactly.
We're working with a lot of Canadians out there.
working together as
Mhm.
one.
When you don't maintain freedom, it's like everything else, like a house, like a vehicle. It breaks down, and we end up in the mess that we're in. So we got to
Exactly.
take responsibility, rise up, and take this seriously before it ends up being like they want it to be. You have nothing, and you'll be happy about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm not happy with nothing.
Okay,
Anyways,
guys.
thank you
Anyways,
guys. I
God
hope you
bless.
guys
Good
enjoyed
night.
the interview.
I did.
We're gonna shut it off for the night. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day. We all know I'll be hopping onto my backup channel tonight, so if you want to stay tuned to that, you're more than welcome. Peace, love, and freedom.